Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Johnson. I am an author of Your Bright Life, Get Clear on What You Want, Overcome Self-Doubt, and Bring Your Dreams to Life. I'm also a podcast host, a world traveler who's been to all 7 continents, and today I want to share my favorite hacks for making new habits doable, from taking an idea to reality, because no matter the journey, the dream, the challenge, I've had to learn how to make new habits something that actually stick and don't feel as clunky and like impossible when you're just figuring them out and starting out. So if that's you, if you're like, I have a dream, but I'm having the hardest time locking down these new habits, keep watching, because in the next 10 minutes, you are gonna learn some hacks that actually work. I've tested them, I've taken them with me through every single dream, so I'm here to share them with you as well. The first step that I love is to make new habits intrusive. So let's say that you have a health goal. You want to feel your fittest, your most powerful, strongest, in shape, but you live a busy life and you are having a hard time for months on end now or years on end doing the things that you really set out and want to do. So you make your new habits intrusive. What that means is you are going to actually make this new habit interrupt your normal workflow. This could be, and these are all things I've done, and that's how I know they work. Trust me, I have to do them all the time to this day. That could mean putting your supplements in front of your door. So you don't even leave your house before you'd have to kick over the supplements in order to leave your house and go out the door. So put whatever you're trying to do, like physically, in the way. Make it intrusive by putting it on your bed, on your nightstand, in front of your desk, in front of your door, on your car seat, and your desk at work. Whatever you're trying to get yourself to start doing, make sure that it kind of is in the way of you doing something else you need to do, and that will jog your brain to remember to do it. So simple, but it really works. So this could also look like a water bottle in front of your computer. So when I wanted to drink more water, I would put it where I had to drink the water bottle before I could actually go and type on my keyboard. It was like in the way. So that can be really helpful for making something intrusive. You could also put your gym clothes right where you step as you're getting out of bed. So there's no way for you to miss them as you're starting your day. You could put them on your car seat. You can make it so, let's say you get pre-made meals and they're in your refrigerator where you just will automatically see them, and make it so easy on yourself to eat them. That would be all within the health realm of making new habits intrusive. That is number one. I do this for everything. So I hope those give you some ideas in your arena as well. Number 2 is to pair new habits with older habits. Another one of my favorites. So for me, what this looks like, lately I've been trying to incorporate meditations, and so I will pair them with a walk sometimes. Sometimes I'll do them in the morning on my own, but sometimes when I'm going for a walk, I'll put in a walking meditation. And then I love to walk. That's already a habit that's cemented that I do almost every day. And so it becomes very easy to pair a meditation, an audiobook, a podcast with my walk, and it's helping me achieve my lifestyle or business goals while I'm doing something that I already love to do. So that could be something that you do to pair a new habit with an older habit. Another one that I love is, like, for example, if you go to the gym and you know that you are going to be on the treadmill or an elliptical, you can use that time to watch something educational, inspirational. So maybe you're trying to learn a language and you watch a few language videos. Maybe you are trying to learn something new when you're starting your career or business, and so you could learn a new skill set. I mean, those chunks add up. That's like 30 minutes a day, where maybe you would normally be on a treadmill, on a train, even for your commute, and now you are watching something that moves you forward in another area of your life without interrupting your normal flow and with doing something you do anyway. So any of these can be things that you weave in. Even if, let's say, you want to watch TV while you're working out, that maybe you're going to be watching TV, and so you flip it and you're like, okay, well, I love social media for 30 minutes, or I love watching TV for 30 minutes. Let me then go add on working out, because now I know I have my habit and that I love, and I can add something positive and productive with it. I started experimenting with, those vibration plates where you can stand on them and they kind of shake, and they're supposed to be good for your lymphatic system. I'm not promoting them necessarily. I don't know. I'm not going into the science on those right now, but I wanted to incorporate about 5 minutes of that a day. So what I do is I just put it in front of the television, and when my husband and I start to watch a show at night, I stand on that for the first 5 minutes and I get in my little lymphatic flow and I'm good. I also love to do dry brushing, which again is really good for your detox system. And so I put it right in front of the shower, where I remember every time I shower, this is now a habit that I incorporate. So you can make it intrusive, or you can pair a new habit with an old one, but it's really effective for making things stick and feeling like they're not so much interrupting your life, but working with it as well. And it's all about working smarter, not always harder, right? Like if there's just a way to do it that just seems to work better, why not? Another thing that I have really learned to pay attention to, and I hope this helps you as well, is working with my schedule instead of fighting it, and working with my natural routine and rhythm. So if you are someone that does not like waking up early, and for years you have been beating your head against the wall trying to become a morning person who does a 5 a.m. routine and goes on a run, and it's just not you, let that go. Try and mix it up. It's already been years of not working. So test something different. Maybe you are naturally someone who actually would rather work out on their lunch break because your energy's higher, it gives your brain a little break midday, you come back more energized. Maybe that is your natural rhythm and routine. Or maybe you're an evening person, and at the end of the day is when you love to just decompress, to have your own time. Maybe the kids are put in bed, and then you can go and have your alone time at the end of the day, your little rituals. So experiment. You could be the complete opposite. You might be totally a morning person, and by the end of the day, you're exhausted. But this has kind of been a reminder for me that we're all a little bit different. And if we can work with our bodies and our true natures, it's just so much easier than fighting it for years and years. So for me, this has been a big one where, let's do a work example. I always do my work earlier in the day. And by that, I mean the heavier work projects. I can do smaller tasks in the afternoon, but I save the big brain intensive things for earlier in the day. Even like this, it's not even noon yet, and I'm recording this because I know that around 2 p.m., I'm not gonna have the same brain power and energy to record something, to have the energy. And so instead of forcing myself to do it or downing another few espressos, I just have learned that about myself, and I make sure to get the big hard things done earlier in the day so that I can do smaller tasks that require less energy later on. That alone has made such a difference for me in my productivity. And so obviously we're all limited, within different constraints, and we're facing all of those. But to whatever degree you can, try and work with your natural schedule. This could also mean delegating things out if you need to, asking for help, choosing one day of the week and, rearranging things so that you can work on your dream at the time of day that suits you. So it may take a little intention. Any dream does. You may have an obstacle or a hurdle to face, but that is such a small price to pay for getting to build something that you love and are passionate about. Look at it like you can do this. This is your first test of how bad you want it, and figure out a time of day when you can do things that really serves and supports you and gets you moving forward on your dream. And then the final way that has made the biggest difference for me when it comes to making new habits sticky is finding a way that I love. So how many of us have tried to do things in ways that we just really hate? So if we're thinking about the health example, maybe it's like running, and that's not your thing, but you keep reading these magazine articles that say You could be a runner and you know, this is the key to everything. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you love a dance workout instead. Maybe you're a yoga girl. Maybe weights for 30 minutes feels so simple compared to running for 30 minutes, but you actually get to build so much muscle and tone and strength in it that you start to see a really beautiful difference in your body and your health and vitality. Maybe for you, you hate doing videos, but you love a podcast where you can kind of tuck away and just share your heart. Maybe you're not a writer, but you're a real social media girl who knows how to build a community and loves being able to share things through creatively through her, video camera, a social media post, whatever, you want to do with that. Take the TikToks, all the things. There's just so many ways to find a way that you love to do things. And I genuinely think that there's some key to the way you're meant to be doing things in the way you enjoy doing them. We're all different. We all have built in different preferences, like styles, schedules. And so if you just keep running up against a wall because you're doing something how you think you should be doing it, try and do it in a way that you love it, and it will be more likely to be consistent, to stick, to become something you look forward to and love. And from doing that, become an expert in, because you're more likely to spend more time figuring it out anyway. Okay, so those are simple things, but I swear if you implement them, they will take whatever thing that you've been trying to do for weeks or months or years, and they will make it something that actually you can start doing. Like you actually start taking the supplement or drinking the water or eating the veggies, or if it's a career goal, you actually start taking the training, listening to the podcast, like learning the new skill, getting a social media post out there because you're doing it in a way you love, like writing your website because you're doing it when your energy is highest. So again, as a little recap, they are: number one, take the new habit you want to implement and make it intrusive. That's the first one. Number two, pair a new habit with an older habit. Number three, work with your schedule, your natural rhythm and routine. And number four, find a way that you love and try and be consistent with that and see the difference it makes, instead of continuing to try a way you don't love and thus never can be consistent with. All right, let me know what other tips you have. Like, I'm obsessed with this. I think this makes a big difference in bringing any dream to life. So if you have a tip, please share it in the comments so we can all learn and grow with each other. That's what this is all about. I'm so grateful that you are here. I hope these really serve and support you, and cannot wait to chat with you again next week.